Hi, my name is Christoph and this is the Quixitry Workshop. Welcome here on my channel. I got this 3D printer. It's a Wanhao Duplicator. I did an unboxing video on it and I did my first print. And this video is something that I designed just quickly because we needed some hooks to hang clothes and coats and stuff. And I thought, why not use the opportunity to use the 3D printer? And what I did is I drew a little hook up on Rhino, and I did a test print. And the first test worked very well. I just tweaked the settings a little bit, and then I printed a whole batch of them. And this is the result: 6 of these. So what happens is these are printed like this. It's 2 halves, and because of the glass surface, it's perfect on the bottom side. So all I have to do is I put some super glue in between them. I fold them like this and glue them together, and there's a little hook, and there's a hole that goes diagonally through, one hole, and there's a little pin to keep it from rotating. So what you will do is you drill a hole into the wall or the wood, and you drill a hole this way and a screw that screws in this way. In this video I'm gonna show you how I make a little plank. I've got some scrap wood. I'm going to use this to make a plank with 6 hooks, and I'm going to put that on one of our walls. So I already glued one and sanded it a bit. So all I needed to do is to re-drill the hole through this way. I just drilled. There you can see the angle, and there's the pin to keep it from rotating. And these lines are part of the print. I did it on a very rough setting because I wanted to have it printed fast. It takes 17 minutes for one set, and it took 2 hours to print 6 of these, 6 sets. So what I want to do is make all of them like this, sand them all to look like this, and then I'm gonna show you how I treat them, because we can't just leave them like this, white plastic. For this build, what we need is the 3D printed parts, some super glue, 3mm drill bit or 4mm and a 6mm, countersink just to clean up the hole, some spring clamps, or you can even use washing pegs. So there's washing pegs, and this paint is called NS4. I use the black one and some silver spray paint, just normal metallic silver. You can also use gold if you want. And a container to spray some spray paint in, and some toilet paper or tissue. The first step is to super glue them. You lightly squeeze them and be careful of your fingers. Very lightly squeeze them, otherwise it will slip. And then if you feel that the glue is starting to set, you can apply a little bit more pressure. And then take a clothing peg, or I'm going to use these, and just I'm clamping and I'm leaving it like this. And let's go on to the next one. So I'm going to do all of them. I forgot to mention you need some sanding paper. I'm just using this P100 piece of paper, and all you have to do is just sand it on the edge to get rid of that bump in the middle. And you can just give it a light sand all over to give it a bit of roughness. Because what I want to do is to make it look like a metal casting. What is important is the back here needs to be flat. So to get a nice flat back, you can place the sanding paper on the edge of a table and just go like that. The hole that was 3D printed in is not perfect. Although it should be fine, but to avoid the risk of this splitting open, just take a 4mm drill and just re-drill the hole to be sure it's nice and round. And also to make sure the screw seats nicely, I'm just re-countersinking the hole. Like that. And you can test it with the screws that you are using. I'm using these ones. You don't want that to stand out too much. It's more like it. It's going to look like this. You can always also hide the screw with some paint afterwards. Now this is where the NS4 paint comes in. So what I'm going to do now, I'm taking another screw, I'm just screwing it in to the back to hold it. While I'm holding it, I'm taking some of the NS4 paint on a tissue and just dabbing, giving it a coat. nice thick layer on it. And the tissue paper towel gives it a little bit of a texture. You can see there. So we're going to leave this to dry. I'm going to do this to all of them now. So the tissue or the toilet paper wasn't a good idea. The previous time I used paper towel, that worked better, and I don't have paper towel here, but I do have some cloth. So I'm just gonna carry on using a piece of material rather than toilet paper. So this NS4 metal primer is amazing. It sticks and it won't come off, and it's thick, so it covers all the imperfections. As you can see there, it really comes out very nice. So you may ask why I'm using white plastic and not black. Black would have been better, but that's what I have in the machine, and I don't have any black at the moment, so this will just have to do. But if you print these out and you want to do a similar thing, you can use black. Then if the paint ever chips or something happens, then it won't be so noticeable. I'm going to leave these out to dry, and then while I'm waiting for this, I'm going to prepare the wood, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the silver spray paint. Now all the parts are dried, the paint is dry, and what I'm going to do now is I still want to keep that texture, making it part of the look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the spray paint, spray it inside this lid container, so that I don't want to cover it completely, so I'm taking a piece of cloth and just dipping it into the silver, and using a scrap piece of something, just gonna get rid of most of the paint, and then just lightly going over it. Give it a metallic look, but not to oversaturate it. that is the effect I want to get. Like, I'll rework it with a little bit of the NS4 again, just to get some of the paint, and then I'll rub it off to tone it down. I don't want it to be shiny. Just want a metallic look. I'm reworking them a little bit with the NS4. I'm just lightly putting it on and immediately wiping it off with a clean cloth. And some of that stays, and it just tones it down a little bit. It's still got the metallic look, but it's a little bit more toned down. If you compare the two, much more subtle. Looks old. That's what I want to get. It's almost like a pewter type of look, or a tarnished silver. I like it. Just a little bit. And it doesn't matter if you don't like what you did. You can just start over and put another layer on top. And just rework it until you're happy. And if you really do something that you don't like, just wipe it off immediately and start over. There. Okay, there's all 6 of them. And I can also, I like this look. It's going to look very nice with the wood. Nice. That silver with this wood. So now I need to cut this wood and mount them. Looking at the spacing to see how long I want to make it. I'm going to use the full length. Okay. So as you can see, this was a scrap piece of wood. It's got holes. Just equally space them. Like that. And what I also want to do is I want to put the mounting holes that goes into the wall behind the 2 outer ones, so you don't see that. The edge around this can also be routed. So I've routed the plank like that, and now I'm gonna just mount them. I think I'll do it this way. This one go there. That one there. And I'm spacing them equally. All that's left now is to screw these little suckers in. After I installed it on the wall, I'll do the two side ones. And there you have it, little hooks. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed this this little project. That is the whole aim of my channel, is to show how things are done and how I do things. So the files, the 3D printing files, the SD files of these hooks are in the description. It's free for you to download and to print them, and you can even use these straight on a wall, or if you have a piece of wood, you can do a similar thing. You don't have to router it like I did, as long as it's a piece of wood that's enough, that does have enough length to put 6, because on the file I'm gonna share, it's 6 hooks that you print at once. It takes about 2 hours to print, and I'll show you in the end of this video, after I installed it, what it looks like on the wall. I hope you have a wonderful week, and please remember to subscribe if you didn't already do so, and activate the bell so that you're updated when I release my new video. And I'll see you next time.